Hello, good day everyone. Gab here, market analyst from SmarTrade. So let's have our daily analysis for NAS100 and of course Dow Jones. So first things we have NAS100. So as you can see here, the price levels that I gave you is right here. So this one is actually the market trend of NAS100. So it created a huge volatility move right after the inflation rate data for US. So both levels respected um with NAS100, the levels that I gave you. So during the early sessions, the NAS100 is actually traded beyond 12,080 or 12,800 rather, and it goes up and hits our area of target here on the upside for about 12,850. And right after that, the price of NAS100 made a huge retracement on the downside, and it was traded below 12,700. And as I mentioned, if the price is traded below 12,700, then we might see 12,650. And right after that, the price of NAS100 sustained the price lower than 12,650, and it was traded overall on the downside. So it went down all the way to 12,020 range. So that's around 363 points if we base on the candle. But overall, if we measure the retracement for NAS100, this one is very huge. It's about 875.6 points. So I hope you guys profited with this one if you managed to enter the long or short positions. So what are the levels for Dow Jones for the day that we need to pay attention? So number one, the current price of Dow Jones is around 12,064. And if we base on the moving average, obviously this one is still strongly bearish, and we can see here that the stochastics is retracing, coming from the 80 level, going down to 20 level. So the levels for the day, the support level for NAS100 is 12,000. So if the price of NAS100 can break below 12,000, then we might see 11,930 for the day. And on the upside, if you can see that's being traded 12,200, then we might see 12,250 for the day. But you need to be very cautious and trade your positions accordingly, especially if you manage to enter 12,200, because this one is a resistance area on the hourly chart. So if the price of NAS100 can sustain higher than 12,050, then we might see 12,300 in picture for the day. But overall, if it goes down lower than 11,930, it can sustain lower than 11,930, then we might see another drop for NAS100 for the day. And lastly, we have Dow Jones. So same thing with NAS100, it respected all the levels that I gave you yesterday. So the levels, we have 32,500 and of course 32,350. So on the early sessions, the price of Dow Jones is traded beyond 32,500, and it goes up and it hits our target around 32,550. And after that, after the release of the inflation rate, it goes down below 32,350, and it hits our target on the downside of 32,300. So this one, if we measure the move of Dow Jones starting from the high of this candle all the way to this low, it's around 1,600 plus points. So I hope you guys profited with this one. And after that, the price of Dow Jones was traded below 32,300, and it goes lower all the way here around 31,049 range or 31,050. So for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for Dow Jones? So currently Dow Jones is being traded 31,184. So same thing with NAS100. If we base on the indicators and also the market structure, this one is still strongly bearish. So on the downside, if we can see that it's being traded below 31,090, this one will go down further towards 30,950. But the 31,090 is actually a good support for Dow Jones right here. So you need to place your positions accordingly if you manage to enter right here, since the price of Dow Jones might retrace on this area. But on the upside, if you can see that it's being traded 31,300, then you might see 31,400 in picture for the day. But if it can sustain higher than 31,400, especially if the US session is open, then we might see further move on the upside for Dow Jones. So overall, again, if you manage to enter your positions for Nasdaq and Dow Jones, regardless if it's long or short positions, I would recommend you to trail it so that it can protect your capital. Same goes with your profits. That is all for our Nasdaq 100 and Dow Jones analysis. Please like and subscribe to YouTube channel SmarTrade, and see you on the next video.